to introduce my sister. She's a wonderful, wonderful, concerned person who's about the business of helping us to make our life better. Her name is Beverly Richardson. And Bev, what a pleasure it is to see your smiling face today.
Well, of course, my name is Beverly Richardson. I also have done different companies, but lately, as I've gotten more mature, I won't say older, but as I've gotten more mature, I'm finding myself at the doctor's office more than I want to be. And so I needed to find other options to make my health to the best it could be for the age that I am. And so being part of the baby boomer class, I decided to seek out healthcare products. And Dr. Harris turned me on to Live Good. And since I've been taking the Live Good, the different ones such as the CBD oil for leg pain and different things, different vitamins, I actually see the difference that it's actually helping. But more than anything, it's affordable because once you've retired and that check is a little different, you want to be able to afford what you're taking every day. Unlike the medical, going
prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs.
Right.
Sometimes they say your insurance won't pay for it.
Right.
And out-of-pocket cost is so high that you can't afford to pay the out-of-pocket costs and live.
Right.
So you have to look at alternative opportunities such as healthcare, vitamins, to make your health a little better. Because at the end of the day, the average person doesn't want to be sick and live out their life being sick every day. They want the best health for the age that they are, and they want to be able to hang around the grandchildren. Be able to go on a few trips. And I think that's more important right now. Once you work 40 years for a company or 50 years for a company, you don't want to lay down and leave this earth. You want to actually enjoy your life. And so that's why I got Live Good, because it can change lives and at least give you the best health possible. And you'll see results at a financial cost that will not kill the pocketbook.
I love it. And how long have you been involved with the product?
At least 4 months, 4 to 5 months. And I started doing the CBD oil. I do the 1,500 milligrams, and I can see the difference in my leg pain. I also do about 4 other ones in my health. I feel better. My energy level is better. And so I don't stop seeing my doctor because I believe doctors are important.
Right.
But I also have to seek things that will help me also be around my grandchildren, be able to experience some of their successes in life, such as going to their volleyball games and track meets and that kind of thing. And I think that's the average thing that a person that's in the baby boomer age, we want to have time with our kids. We want to have time with our grandkids. And we want to have the best time. We don't want to be in a wheelchair. We want to actually experience them in the best health.
Yeah, we don't want to be sitting over in a corner with a tray in front of us, having people bring us and having people wheel us here and take us there. Right. And I believe that this time of my life is the best time. Like you say, I'm being able to enjoy I have 14 grandchildren. And so just to be able to enjoy them, fully enjoy them, now I can't play full court basketball. I probably can, but I choose not to at 69. I want to expend my energy a little better.
Awesome.
But to be able to have the choice at nearly 70 years old is a blessing. And when I saw Dr. Breakthrough karate chopping wood and having people hit him in the stomach, I mean, full-grown men. One guy even karate kicked him in the stomach, and he was sitting there smiling. He was like, next. And there had to be 10 or 15 people. I said, I want to know what this man is doing. So I want you to introduce our special guest today and turn him loose. So why don't you do us that favor right now?
Well, Dr. Harris is a wonderful trainer. Of course, his background, he's done karate. He has several degrees. He's not just a person that talks a good game, but he does a good game. And so he's been phenomenal in the multi-level marketing area, but he's also been phenomenal in teaching people the word of God. And so we've been friends for probably over 10 years. And I want to introduce this phenomenal man, Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Harris, AKA Dr. Breakthrough. Blessings on you.
Hey, thank you. My goodness, a blessing and pleasure to be here. It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. And Mr. Ford, thank you again for all that you do to make a difference in the community and literally reaching people around the world with some good news. You know, the greatest book ever written, 3 John 2, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as I so prosper. You know, I was thinking the other day, and folks, I want you to think about something. Somebody posted the other day on Facebook, they said the Holy Spirit has one place in your life that he can inhabit. It's in your body. Why not give him a great place to live instead of shabby, broken down place? Ooh. And so I responded, that's why as believers, and by the way, I'm not just a believer, I'm a breakthrough, blessed, believing believer. Thus, I claim I'm an anointed, achieving achiever. But we ought to learn to tune up our temples. And again, because of my martial arts background, I got started in martial arts to learn how to protect myself. And obviously, they taught me self-discipline as well, but taking proper care of this body and tuning up this body. And so, Sister Beverly, you know, you and I have been involved with some things to always, you know, I always love, by the way your heart is about helping other people, empowering other people, and that the fact that we can collaborate and come together. So I want the folks that are listening, I want the folks tuning in to understand that we have a responsibility to tune up the temple, right? And we have some products and some things that can help and assist. And I'm so excited. By the way, first of all, let me just say the products that Sister Beverly's talking about, and Mr. Ford wants you to understand, helped me to lose 45 pounds. Let me say that again. I personally dropped 45 pounds. Now I'm 6'2", and it didn't look like I was over 300 pounds, but I carried my weight well. But again, you know, you get in your 60s, and I'm 62 years wise, not quite up there with Mr. Ford yet, but I'm trying to catch him, but he keeps. but I don't use the word old, by the way, so I just give y'all that little. I use the word wise. 62 years wise, and in my 62 years of living, the older, as you mentioned, the older you get, the more you're aware and cognizant of. We don't know how much more time we have left, and it's not just about our living, but it's the type of life that we have while we're alive. See, some of us are alive, but we're not living, right? And so one of the things I do is empower people to break through, to live life living, because some folks, life is living them. And when your health is down, it's easier to get discouraged, and you don't have the energy, you don't have the vitality. And so first of all, if you want to know the validity of the products, I personally, again, have lost 45 pounds. My blood pressure, which was 160 over 114, went all the way down to 107 over 77. Okay. And we're talking about in a matter of 3 months. Okay. So I am, and by the way, I gotta show y'all this. This is one of my main favorite products. It's called Super Reds. Now, I paying $44 for what's called Super Beets at Walmart, because I heard that beets are good for your circulation and so forth. And, you know, as a man, the older we get, you know, we got to, you know, take care of the circulation issue. Well, these are, first of all, 100% organic. What I was buying was not 100% organic. So if something's 100% organic, that means it's going to have more potency, more power, more purity. So that's one thing. But guess what? What I was paying for $44 as a member with this special discount club, I got this for only $18. It's called Super Reds. And oh, by the way, it's great for stuff like your cardiovascular health. Is anybody out there, you know, the first sign of poor cardiovascular health, unfortunately, is sudden death. Like, that's too late, right? And so you want to make sure your cardiovascular health is being taken care of. It would have just a scoop of day mixed in stirred in water. Now I do it twice just to make sure, because I'm an extra energy person. I do a lot of things, right? But for your but cardiovascular health, how important is that to you? What's all important to people who when the doctor says, man, you know, you just had a stroke, you know, that's the situation. You didn't, some people have mild strokes and you don't know what's going on, right? And some have the serious ones. But what I'm saying is your cardiovascular health and your circulation, right? So it's great for cardiovascular health. It's great for your circulation. What about brain and cognitive function? Again, a lot of people with the dementia and so forth. I don't know about you, anything I can do to keep my mind sharp, I want to do that. And for $18, see, the other thing, the Super Beats just had one specific thing and it wasn't even organic. This is organic, and it not just does that, but wait a minute, let's talk on some real talk. Can we, Mr. Ford, can I get down to the nitty gritty?
I want you to get down beneath in the toenails, Doc.
Well, some of my friends, you know, it's like, hey, Doc, you know, situation, man, with the ED, erectile dysfunction. You know, you got anything for that, right? And, you know, and so I can recommend some different herbs, but now I found in this bottle right here, for nitric oxide for sexual health. Now, again, I am not, my doctor, I have 2 doctorate degrees, working on the 3rd one, doctor of naturopath, but I got a PhD of martial arts, doctorate of divinity. So I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not prescribing. I'm just giving you my opinion and my expertise and experience. And we actually have men who, listen, they're off their Cialis, they're off their Viagra after a month or 2 of using this product that you can get for $18 as a member. Now, if you're not a member, you still can buy it off of the website, Beverly's website. She'll get to you for $28, and it lasts you a 30-day. It's a 30-day supply, folks. I'm telling you. I want to give you a quick story, and then I'm going to turn it back to y'all. I don't want to take too long. We'll go back and forth here, but when I was 36 years of age, believe it or not, I used to travel 320 days a year. Thought I was going to save the world overnight by myself. I'm an evangelist. I do several things, and primarily I'm an evangelist. And so traveling around and dragging my wife and family with me. And so got a big old motorhome to try to make it, you know, a little more convenient, and just kind of made it worse and made it easier for me to stay out there. So imagine traveling 320 days a year, right? I got saved at 15 as a teenager, and started preaching when I was 16, and just in evangelism, going from place to place, city to city, state to state. Now we've been blessed to preach in all 50 states, 28 countries. But I was out of balance. I was overzealous and out of balance. So 320 days a year. And so we didn't homeschool, we road school, right? Because we was on the road all the time. But something started going on in my body, and my brain, I was like, man, something. And so I kept just pushing through. I'm like, I got to push through this. I got to push through this. And this is where I found out one of the breakthrough principles is you don't always use force. Sometimes you got to back up. It's like that fly, hitting his head against the window. You're not going to break through the window, right? The breakthrough in this case is to back up and fly into another room and see there's an open window and go out the window. That's the breakthrough, the wisdom, right? And so, but I didn't have it back then. And so I'm telling you, my friend, I collapsed out of exhaustion. Now, to give you an idea, the week before, I was putting my hand through 22 inches of cement block on fire. Now, the next week, here it is, I can't even go to the bathroom by myself. The week before, I'm laying on a bed of nails, razor sharp nails, and laying on those nails, put 150 pounds of bricks on my stomach, and a guy take an 18-pound sledgehammer, bam, break those bricks off my stomach while laying on the razor sharp nails. I did that and then jump up and preach, right? That was the week before. Now, the next week, here it is. Again, my friend, I can't even stand up, go to the bathroom, whatever, by myself. It got my attention. I was 36 years of age. And listen, I was a perfect V cut, martial arts champion, voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame, and, traveling, preaching. My ideal, though, was, God, I'm doing your business. You take care of my business. And when I collapsed, I found out my health was my business. My health was my responsibility. And I just kind of put it all thinking, well, hey, I'm preaching, I'm helping all these people, I'm doing all this. you know, and of course, you know, hey, I heard all my life black men are lazy. I heard preachers are lazy. So I'm like, I'm black and I'm a preacher. So I got to show people I'm not lazy. And I got to try to make up for some of them lazy rascals out there. Well, when you do stuff like that, you're not really following the voice of God, right? And so I collapsed. And so that's where I realized what the scripture says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Make a long story short, my friend, there was a doctor in our church that said, look, I know this guy, he just needs rest. He just, you know, just had a mental, physical, emotional, every kind of breakdown you can imagine. And he said, then so he worked on me at home. Now there was a lady in our church, she had something that was called barley green. And basically barley green is like a cell food that feeds your cells. And basically what I'd done, I'd exhausted my adrenal glands.
Wow.
How did God give me a break? How did God give me a second chance? I mean, I'm so grateful for that. But I started taking those greens and literally I could feel like my brain coming back together. I could feel my energy slowly coming back. And I went from being this, my brother-in-law, who was a pastor at the time, he's like, Doc, you were like the strongest guy I ever met in my life. And then you're like a walking dead man. And now you're looking younger. He said, what in the world are you doing? And so he ordered some of the stuff. And then he's got a wife and 6 kids and he got all of his family on it. They started looking younger. The whole church like, hey, what are you up? And so our whole church literally got started. Well, guess what I found out with this company that Beverly, listen, is going to give you a website that's going to empower those of you who want it. That is, they got something called Super Greens. Now, what I was taking wasn't organic. This is organic. By the way, I called a couple of my friends and said, hey, well, 34 years ago, that was 34 years ago or 35, I was paying $40 per canister. This I got for only $18 as a member. Now you can get it $28 retail, but a month supply, and it's called Super Greens. Now, again, your Super Greens is great for your immune protection, right? And our immune system, by the way, how does God, when he says he heals all our diseases, how does he do that based on Psalm 103, verse 3? It's the immune system. When the immune system is strong, the immune system can fight off every germ, every bacteria, every disease. See, when you give the body what the body needs, the body will do what God designed it to do. And God designed our body to heal itself. But one guy explained to me, he said, man, you were eating decent food, but he said you were going so much and you weren't sleeping, you weren't resting. It was like putting your car in the shop, but taking it back out before the mechanic has time to fix it, right? So he said, you need your sleep. But anyway, using this product like this, I got my health back and then some other changes. But listen, this now is only $18 and I was shocked. So I called some friends. I said, remind me, I mean, I think we were paying $40. Yeah, we were paying $40. How about if I can get you that same thing, but better quality? This is organic, and you pay only $28 retail or $18 as a member. You know what they said? Sign me up. So it's great for your energy and recovery. It's also great for stress support. Now, I'm sure none of you that are listening are under any stress, right? It's also good for digestive health. So, but anyway, I'm going to turn back over to one of the two, and you can ask questions, whatever. But I'm going to tell you, this product here, also the Super Greens. So I love the Super Reds. I love the Super Greens. And by the way, Beverly mentioned about the Factor 4, but I just let him say a quick word of that and turn back to y'all for a second. But this Factor 4 has the curcumin. It has coenzyme Q10, has garlic, which by the way, great thing also for the blood pressure. It has fish oils. Again, another. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, a professor, a doctor, and he was telling me about these 4 different products that he takes that he pays between $25 to $40 for each one. And I said, bro, all 4 of those is in one little bottle. I said, just go to the website and look on there. And if it's equal, if not better quality than what you're already taking, and you can save some money, would you be willing to do yourself a favor and make the purchase? He's like, Doc, if I could save money, are you kidding? He said, I'm paying $20 to $30 for each one of those. You're talking about all 4 combined. And I said, yes, by the way, it's only $28 retail unless you want to be a member. See, membership has its privileges. You can get it for only $18. He's like, what? Sign me up. So anyway, I've got a testimonial I can play for you also of another friend, but I'm telling you, these are products that literally have changed my life. Again, I dropped 45 pounds. men can lie, women can lie, evangelists, preachers, we can lie, but numbers don't lie. So, all right, I'm gonna turn it back to y'all. Let's go back for I don't want to take everything.
Well, Dr. Breakthrough, I'm so excited. I have so many questions. Question number one, over what period of time did you lose the 45 pounds?
Okay. Now, again, I'm a kind of extremist type of person. If you can't, those. So with me, it was quite drastic because here's what I did. I lost that weight literally in 2 months. Okay.
2 months.
So, but here's what I did though.
Wow.
Well, and again, I don't advise people to do what I did, but you can use my story as inspiration. If I drop 45, you can drop 10, 15, or 20, right? But what I decided to do, I decided to go on a fast because again, these products, you put them in water, stir them up and drink it. I was like, I'm going to go on a fast and just see what can happen. And so 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And by the way, I can send anyone a video. I actually recorded it and you can see me I get on the scale and it shows the weight. And then the next day I get on the scale and the next day, and of course I got a full version where I did every day. And then I got it chopped down where I can, day 1, 2, 3, and then go to day 25 day. But anyway, and it just, every day I was still feeling fine. I was feeling good. And here's what I found out. Your body technically doesn't need food. Your body needs nutrients, but the nutrients are locked in food. So we crave the food to get the nutrients. But the problem is most of our food today is so it's lacking the nutrients. Like for instance, you'd have to eat 10 oranges today compared to 1 orange that our grandparents ate, right? So at any rate, so I was putting these dense nutrients in my body, and that's why I wasn't like, normally I fast, man, I'm like, I'm starving, I feel like I'm starving, right? It's like I got to be disciplined. It wasn't that at all. It was like, wow, I was feeling better, and I was like, this is crazy. So I went from 1 day to 3 days to 5 days to 7 days to 21 days.
Wait,
30 days.
Hold up.
Yeah.
So you're saying you fasted, was this what we call total abstinence, or was it just liquids? What kind of fast were we talking?
Well, liquids, it was liquids. So water and liquids. And when I say liquids, part of that is taking these greens, mixing it in water, shaking it up and drinking it, right?
Got you.
Right. So I was putting this pure nutrients in my body temple, right? And so again, I want folks to hear this. When you give the body what the body needs, the body does what God designed it to do. Let me say it again. When you give the body what I'm not trying to tell you anything heals. God alone is a healer. And I'm just telling you, when you give the body what the body needs, the body does what God designed it to do, which is to heal itself. And as a matter of fact, my son, one of my sons the other day, where we went to the movies, Justin and I, and anyway, so we were coming, he says, Dad, what do you know about AG1 greens? I think I'm gonna get me some, because see, he remembers taking as a little kid the barley green. And and so he said, I said, well, that's about $99. Well, how about if I could show you can get something organic that's only $28 retail, or if you're a member, see, membership has its privileges. If you're a club member, it's only $18. He's like, what? I was like, yeah. He said, yes, sir. He said, I definitely want that instead of, so make a long story short, he's a member. So why? Because I helped him to save. So Steve Harvey got so impressed, like I said, now he has his own company, all right? But again, the whole thing that Steve found out, that anybody will find out, is that the energy production thing in our body is called the mitochondria. And so you have over 100 trillion cells in your body. Every minute, 100 million are dying and being replaced. Now, if they don't have proper cell food, the cells come back weaker. It's called it degenerates. And so our body goes down weaker. And literally, the reason people say to me, man, it's like you reverse the aging process. Well, because when you start giving your body, especially the cells, see, every organ in your body is made up of nothing but cells. So when you go down to the actual cellular level and you impact those cells, and it's cell food, and so I'm fasting, but at the same token, I'm literally taking these nutrients dense, and so I'm getting nutrients. So in some people's mind, it may not be fasting, that's fine, but I'm just telling you, that's how I lost the weight. And as a matter of fact, I've got a group of people that starting in a couple of days, I'm going to take them and challenge them to do a 1 day or a 3 day or a 5 day or a 7 day, right? And I'm committed to however long they want to do. As a group, we're going to do that, because sometimes the accountability and having the help of other people, right? But again, it's amazing. It's amazing that a lot of Christian people, especially, God have mercy on us, but it's like, you know, people are like, man, you're like losing weight. Like, and what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm doing some fasting. They're like, oh, you got to be careful. You can't go overboard. I was like, isn't that amazing? I was over 300 pounds. Nobody ever said, hey, preacher, hey, Mr. Martial Artist, you got to be careful. You got to keep your body in check. Nobody ever said a word. Once you start losing weight, they're like, ooh, wait a minute, it looks like you're losing weight too fast. I don't know. You got to be careful. I'm like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So where were you, though, when I was getting a little bit out of balance again? So that's what happened for me again. But I have several testimonials of people that without doing the fasting, by taking the product, though, within a couple of weeks, the blood pressure going down. And again, we're not making any medical claims. I'm just telling you the experiences of other people and my experience, right? And again, my results were, again, accelerated because of putting these things in a body. By the way, I was taking garlic every day. And when I found out this factor 4 has garlic, I stopped paying all the money I was paying for the garlic pills and started paying only $28 retail, but $18 because I'm a club member. $18 for this, and it has the curcumin, which, by the way, I won't even go into all that. But as far as
please do.
Okay,
please do. I need to know.
You know, but I want people. I want people to understand. I don't want them to get too overwhelmed. I want to keep as simplistic as possible, and that is this: if you can just start taking 1, 2, 3, just a couple little actions, different things, because our problem is we're eating today what I call foodless foods and fiberless foods, right? So it's not even really food. And then fast food, which is not really even food. So folks, we've got to supplement. So when you have something like this, again, the factor 4 that Sister Beverly mentioned, the curcumin is one of the things, again, that produces glutathione. Glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant in your entire body. Now, I have another product that I was taking for that, but when I found out this has curcumin, I was like, whoa. So in other words, these different things I was taking, it has 4 of them. I was taking fish oil. It has it. So the curcumin, the coenzyme Q10, the garlic. I'm like, man, it's all here. The curcumin in 1 capsule. Now, again, I do things a little overboard. So I was doing it twice a day, right? So mine didn't quite last me the 30 days it's supposed to. Oh, by the way, Mr. Ford, can I tell you a secret about these products? There's a 90-day empty bottle, 100% money back guarantee. I feel like I'm in a church. Let me say that again. Y'all ain't with me. No. I said a 90-day, not 30, not 60, 90-day, 3 months. So get this, get the products. By the way, at a huge discount, quality organic. And by the way, on the website that we'll give out, you'll see at the very bottom of the website, there's a little thing that says certificate of analysis. When you click on that certificate of analysis, it then shows you the different products. And underneath, there's a little link that'll show you third-party validation from a laboratory, that these are third-party validation testing that and showing you the validity that these products are not just USDA certified organic, pure, natural, and by the way, made in the US of A. But when you say 90-day empty bottle, 100% money back guarantee. So order, and then 3 months from now, right? The bottle's empty. You didn't notice not one single thing, nothing changed. You send the empty bottle back. They give you your money back. So watch that. That means they're taking all the risk on their part. There's nothing to lose, but everything to possibly gain. Right. Wow. So a lot of things that are scams, right? They're like, they want to try to lock you in. And by the way, these different places, well, you got to start ordering. Like I ordered something, and then the next month it counts like, hey, wait a minute. No, I didn't read the fine print that every month they were going to be taking money out of my account. I'm like, no, And so I had to fight with them to get my, but guess what? There's no such thing as like an auto ship. There's no such thing as forced buying. There's no such thing. No, you only order what you want, when you want, as much or as little as you want. I mean, this is even better than Costco's and Sam's Club, which everybody I know of has a membership there. Why? Because they can say, well,
Right.
what about this, my friend? What about if you didn't have to buy a huge bulk of stuff? You could just buy as little as a little bottle there for $18 if you're a member. Membership has its privileges. I won't know about you. I won't be a club member. But anyway, or even this canister, $18. So again, 90-day, empty bottle, 100% money back guarantee. Question: why wouldn't you at least give it a chance? Imagine taking these products like I've been taking, and imagine starting to lose some unwanted weight if you have it. By the way, if your body doesn't need to lose weight, you won't lose any weight, right? It's about getting healthy. But when the body is strong enough and is healthy, the body automatically starts fixing whatever's wrong. So if the blood pressure is low, high, it comes down, right? If you're having, like, for instance, I was having some floaters in my eyesight. That went away. I mean, I could go on and on to different things.
Wait. What is floaters?
Floaters, like when you're, in your eye, you see little things that it's like going in front of you. Just, it's like
Gotcha.
nothing there, but it seems like it, right?
Right.
And so just little things. And so some people, their eyesight have that, but that's, again, everything is tied into our health. And
Right.
so there's different nutrients that affect different parts of our body and so forth. And by the way, waking up in the morning, sometimes, it's like a little bit of, ooh. And that's where that CBD oil, hold on a second. I got
So
yes,
this is so exciting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I started taking this. Now that CBD oil here, now my wife was having cricks in her neck and I'm having to massage it like every other day. And she also had problems sleeping. Okay. For years, off and on. When she started taking this, first I was like, well, wait a minute, baby, we gotta be careful. I'm in the ministry. You can't be doing no marijuana stuff. She's like, no. So we did the research. This is not, it doesn't have the THC, I forget what the name of it. Anyway, this CBD oil, it's not, there's no kind of thing.
What is it called? No THC.
THC, right. But none of that, but again, literally, my friend, my wife, who's very, as you can tell, I'm a little bit talkative. So she's very, opposites attract oftentimes. And by the way, if you're not careful, opposites attack, but the successful ones, opposites, we adapt. Hello, somebody. Okay, so watch this. So she's more quiet behind the scenes, but all of a sudden she stopped asking me to rub her neck. All of a sudden she's sleeping like a baby. I'm like, what's going on? She said, well, I didn't want to tell you. I was like, what do you mean? She said, because I know you. I was like, what do you mean? She said, because you were trying to make me shoot a testimonial video. She said, but that stuff's working like a champ. She's like, I'm sleeping, my pain's gone. And my wife was so impressed. My quiet behind the scenes, she's beautiful as all get out, but I don't know why it is with some of these beautiful women that they run from cameras, right?
Right.
And
I got one of those.
Okay. Well, guess what? She got on camera by herself and made a video.
Wow.
And so when that happened, that's when I said, I know I've got something powerful. So I called a friend of mine that I knew was taking CBD oil. I said, Linda, I want you to go look at my website and the CBD oil that you're taking, look at this and see if it's equal quality, if not better, but if it's a better price. Would you be willing to do business and if I can save you some money? She said, are you kidding, Dr. Breakthrough? Of course. So guess what? She called me back screaming, literally, for Dr. Breakthrough. She's like, I was paying $89.99 plus shipping a month for my CBD oil. Wow. It was 500 milligrams. She said, I looked on your website, you had a 1,500 milligram and a 750. But the 750, which is 250 milligrams more than I was taking, she said, it said I could get that not for $89.99 plus shipping like I was paying, but she said I could get it, it said, for $28. And it said as a member, I could get it for $18. She said, I signed up so fast as a member. She said, thank you. You saved me $60 a month. I said, no, ma'am. She said, no, okay, well, no, $63. I said, no, ma'am. She said, what do you mean? She said, no, I was paying. I said, ma'am, my mama said, a penny saved is a penny earned. I just created an extra $63 per month income for you. She's like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Folks, I'm telling you, the minute you get this membership, you're going to save on these products that are wholesale. And Mr. Ford and Beverly, by the way, this is going to be a wholesalers club, like wholesale buyers club, where you literally can buy anything you want. They'll have over 200 different products. They just started with health products. Why? Because COVID, 7 million people approximately have died from COVID. So everybody's mind right now is more centered on health and taking better care of themselves because of COVID. I mean, I was hospitalized 2 years ago with COVID, 11
Me
days,
too.
almost died. Yes, sir, you had experience. Almost died, right? Almost died.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, okay. Y'all gonna mess me up now. Do you know everybody that has COVID is low in vitamin D?
Yes.
Do you know what doctors are telling people now? If you just keep yourself enough vitamin D, and of course, those of us that look like us, that got that special melanin, got that. Okay, anyway. but watch. By the way, when I was a young guy in the '60s, of course, like Doc, you remember back then, man, it was so much racial tension, so much stuff, and of course, it's still here. But I'm saying, but it was really crazy back then. We didn't have any role models that looked like us. They kept showing us stuff. And so I was literally at the place where I was thinking, man, maybe if I wasn't Black, I could be more successful. And I know that's crazy, but it's like some women would think, hey, if I was a man, maybe I could, right? And then one day I heard this poem. It said, fleecy locks and black complexion cannot forfeit nature's claim. Skin may differ, but affection dwells in black and white the same. Rise so tall as to reach the pole, to glance at the ocean at a span. I must be measured by my soul. The mind is the standard of a man. And it dawned on me, it's not the color of my skin, the texture of my hair, or even where I grew up, but rather what I put in here. And so I started putting things in my brain that literally gave me a breakthrough. And then the same thing I found out when you start putting good stuff in your body. So this vitamin D, which by the way, is only $8 as a member, $8.90, I think it's 98 cents or something like that. And so now, but every day now we're getting our vitamin D and vitamin K too. So again, I still like to get out in the sun, but again, there's times when it's just, you don't have that. So anyway, so the company, what they did, they positioned, they said, look, we're gonna give people the ability to get a membership if they want to save up to 80% off of, these health, pure organic, certified USDA organic products. We'll give them a 90-day. I mean, we're going to make it an irresistible offer that they can't refuse if they're interested in their health. But we're going to branch out. Their goal is to have over 1 million members within the first year. And once they have that, they're going to start getting all these other products. And they said, whether you want solar panel, travel at a discount, whatever you want, they're going to be able to get. So I'm telling you, if a person is not even in health, I'm telling you, the real product is not even the products per se, it's the membership that's going to save you. And the membership doesn't just save you money, it's the very first membership designed to actually make every single member some money. Now that's crazy, but that's the truth. And I can tell you, my friend, I've been making money every single month, but also every week, because they have a way where if you're like me, I'm an evangelist. I love spreading the good news. And to me, good health is also part of the good news. And so those of us who have a membership, kind of like with my Cash App and these other things, hey, if you invite your friends, we'll give you like $5 per friend. Well, they kind of have like an affiliate type thing. And by the way, I call this membership marketing. So if you like network marketing, you'll really love this. But if you despise network marketing, you're really going to love this, because this is membership marketing. We're meeting needs, and then it's like a shared group, what I call group economics, like in the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse, I think 38, 39, but they had all things common. Well, literally, they're going to make it, well, let me back up. What if Jeff Bezos said, every Amazon Prime member, from now on, you can't join Amazon Prime unless you got a link from one of our existing Prime members. And then if you're a Prime member, Whoever signs up with your link will give you a couple extra dollars. But then every Amazon Prime member, we're going to situate you to where you'll make a few pennies, what I say a quarter of everybody who ends up joining, and we'll put it in a structure so that the computer puts people in left to right, top to bottom. And every time somebody falls down underneath you, you're going to make 25 cents per member per month. You don't even know them, but that's just part of our group economics. So I'm telling you, that's very powerful, because I don't know about you. Supplemental income is something that the world wants, needs, and they're seeking. But let me stop. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But bro, I just get so excited and so passionate. And that's why Beverly, she called, she said, Doc, can we collaborate? And let's get this word out. And so she's like, I got the connection for the radio and TV. She's like, you got that voice, and you got that experience, and you got the energy. I'm like, well, sister, ain't doing nothing happen unless a sister's working with something. So sisters make stuff happen. Come on now.
So true. So true.
So I said, yes, ma'am, let's collaborate, and let's help set some people free. Listen, what if you didn't have to feel, all down and depressed and discouraged? What if you didn't have to feel the aches and pains that you have now? What if that could be lessened, or what if it could be even eradicated? I don't know, but I do know one thing. If you give the body enough of what the body needs, the way God designed it, the body will begin to do what God designed it to do. Question: are you sick and tired of being sick, broke, and tired? Let me make a powerful statement. If you ignore your health, it will go away and take your money and perhaps your honey with it. Oh, wow. I got to say that again. I said, especially men, listen, I'm telling you, we men especially, a lot of times the women are a little more, keen and aware, but men especially. But listen, if you ignore your health, it will go away and take your money and perhaps your honey with it.
That's
so
powerful.
It would behoove you, my friend, to get a breakthrough. And it would be a sin for me that have experienced such a breakthrough in my health, that God gave me another chance, and now I have my health back. It would be literally a sin for me. To him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. It would be a literal sin for me not to share with people some of the things that have helped me. And again, I make you no guarantees except for this. It's a 90-day, 100% empty bottle guarantee. I can guarantee one thing: you start putting the things in your body that your body needs, your body's going to start thanking you with a little more energy. Going to start thanking you. Hey, to have that clarity of mind and the focus and the cognitive thinking, to be able to recall stuff, my friend, to be able to have the pure eyesight getting clear and all that. I mean, this is amazing stuff that we're so used to going to doctors and them writing out a prescription, and I'm not against that. And by the way, and then in the church, we have people that are so into divine healing. They get these healing lines, and I've got several pastors and bishop friends that they do healing crusades, and I'm all for it. Praise God, right? But the thing is, Mr. Ford, the thing is, Beverly, you know what I found out? Some of those people that were divinely healed, God have mercy, they were divinely healed, but they end up dying years later from the very same thing they were divinely healed from.
Yeah.
See, why? Because they got divine healing, but they didn't start practicing principles of divine health.
Yes.
And literally, it's the things that we're putting in our bodies that we're not aware of. It's the things that we're eating, my friend. Now, again, there's things in the environment that we can't change and so forth. There's also, there's several factors, but I'm saying, but things that we can control.
Yes.
And the thing that I ask when I preach at churches sometimes, since we know suicide is wrong, and by the way, if there's anybody listening to me, and when I was a young kid, tried to commit suicide on 2 occasions, I'm so glad I failed. But suicide has been said is a permanent situation for a permanent fix for a temporary problem, a situation. So you might be in a very hopeless situation. And here's what you don't even know. That brain fog, that the part of that is you're not getting the proper nutrients in your body. Hey, listen, don't give up on life. Listen, what if I'd have taken my life years ago, all the people that I've been able to bless and to help, and I've had crusades where we had over 3,000 people saved in one service. None of that would have happened. So I beg you, my friend, do not take your life. I beg you, just hang in there. Like somebody said, if things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, if the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. If care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. Many a struggle turns about. Why did one if they stuck it out? Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out. The silver tint of the cloud of doubt. You never can tell how close you are. Victory may be near, though it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you just mustn't quit. And Mr. Ford is opening up to you. Beverly, because of her love and her integrity, is opening up, and she wants to reach some people. Some of you may be like, this guy sounds like a salesman. Well, actually, I am. Hello? If I could sell you on the ideal that you don't have to quit, if I can sell you on the ideal that you can keep it on, if I can sell you on the ideal and the concept that your life means something, if I can sell you on the ideal, start taking better care of your health, if I can sell you on the idea to take a little commitment, take a little step, take a chance on yourself, and go ahead, my friend, get you some of these products that can help. You've been praying. You've been wondering what's wrong with these aches and pains, and you've been going to the doctor, and they're like, oh, you're doing okay for your age. Okay, no, man, I want to have zest and zeal and energy and positivity and all that. Well, I'm just telling you, these are some things that can help. Again, so divine healing is one thing, but you got to learn to practice principles of divine health. And so suicide is wrong, but I asked the church one time, is it okay if you commit suicide over 30 years with your fork? Let that one sink in. Is it okay if you commit suicide over 30 years, over 40 years, over 20 years, whatever it is, with your fork? And the answer is no. So the thing is, again, you're not going to start off quitting all this bad stuff. So start off putting good stuff, and the more good stuff you put in, right? It's like when I first got saved, February 14th, 1976, it was like, you can't drink, can't smoke, can't chew, can't run with those. Like one day I asked him, I said, okay, I'm stopping all this stuff, but like, what can I do? What am I supposed to be doing, right? So here's what I found out. If you spend your time doing the do's, you don't have time to do the don'ts. So if you spend your time putting the good stuff in your body temple, you tune this, and by the way, I exercise every day. I mean, I got my exercise machine right over here. But listen, and if you start putting good stuff in, guess what happens? The desire for the bad will start going down, and the effects of the bad won't have the same effects, and you'll start having more energy and vitality, and that will encourage you to want to make some more moves that'll help you, my friend. And so, again, I'm just telling y'all, I wish I could just come where you are. I wish if we could have just a few moments to sit down and share with you, to talk to you one-on-one even, because some of you, I always say you may be just one step from a massive breakthrough. And some of you, these products, and I got to stop saying this real quick. I got to give a disclaimer. People like Dr. Breakthrough. First of all, it's Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide the breakthrough, okay? I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow the breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides it. And the breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. So the question is, would you be interested in getting healthier, wealthier, wiser, or all three? Now, again, let me ask you that. Would you be interested in getting healthier, wealthier, wiser, or all three? Well, if you say all three, question is, would you like to get healthier, wealthier, and wiser sooner or later? Okay, if you said sooner, okay, another question. How soon is soon to you? Well, if you said right now, you want to make sure you go to the website. I mean, I'm telling you, go to the website, it doesn't cost you anything to take a look. But more importantly, there's going to be a little 5-minute video, a 5.5-minute video. I want you to watch the video. Just do yourself a favor, watch the video. And then you're going to put your first name, your last name, and your email address. It's going to let you inside the website, and you can take what we call the free tour, look all around, click on the different products, see the different things that they have. And you can decide, hey, if you just want to buy retail, like for instance, a CBD oil, you can pay $28 on the website. Or if you decide like me, like Mr. Ford, like Beverly, like over 700,000 people in the last 8 months in over 200 countries that said, no, I want to be a member. Membership has its privileges. I want to be a member. And so we just paid the little $49 to be a member, and $9 a month. And guess what? You get access to all these. So go to the website. Go to do yourself a favor, okay? Just go to that website and take a look. But again, you got to put your information. So lovegoodhealth.com. It's probably rolling on the lower third, or are you here? Lovegoodhealth.com. And I'm going to tell you something, my friend. If we can improve your quality of life, if we can improve, if your thinking can get sharper and your pain level can go down, and we've got some crazy, crazy testimonials. So, Mr. Ford, turn it back to you. But if I can, I've got a testimonial too from some of the folks that I've helped that I actually can play, that you can listen to, because there's nothing as important and as powerful as a testimonial.
Absolutely. Quick questions. Out of the Factor 4, the
Yes.
Super Reds, the Super Greens, the CBD oil, the vitamin D, if I'm getting started, let's say I'm on a fixed income, or, that I don't want to buy all 4 or 5 of the products at one time,
Yes.
which would you recommend that I start with?
Well, personally, for me, I think the Factor 4 and the Super Reds, as a member, that's going to be like $36. But if you just had to get one thing, but again, it's going to be based on a person's situation. But I think for me, in my situation, the Super Reds, if I couldn't do anything else. Now, by the way, you got to shake it up real good. It's going to be a little bit gritty, so you make sure you shake it up real good, right? And but the Super Reds, and by the way, that's like the #1 seller. And I think the Factor 4 is like, Super Reds and Factor 4 go back and forth sometimes as far as #1 from what people are getting. So yeah, I would say that. So #1 for me, but again, based on the situation, but for me, it would be the Super Reds, the Factor 4, then those greens. You got the greens is actually the foundation of health, right? So if somebody's experiencing high blood pressure, different things like that, like I said, the Super Red's going to be right down the alley. But somebody's having aches and pains and immune situation, then the Super Greens. And by the way, that's why you got to go to the website. And here's what's powerful: when you go to lovegoodhealth.com, and you watch that little video, and you put your first name, last name, and email address in, and let you in, you're going to be able to click on the tab on each one of the products where you can click on where it says "Learn More," and it'll tell you what this product is going to help you with, and so forth, and going to help support. And so you can decide, like I said, if you can only do something, you say, well, I can just get one product, right? Then look through those, but you got to go to the website first. You got to put your information in, and then you can look through that, and it'll tell you. And again, don't forget, at the bottom of the website, there's something called certificate of analysis, and that'll show you actually the third-party validation for some of the people that need to make sure that, hey, this is what it says it is. So did I answer your question, sir?
Absolutely. And
by the way, I got to throw in one more. Hold on. They've got several things, but I never drank a cup of coffee in my life. When I was young, Mr. Ford, remember they used to say coffee will stunt your growth.
yes.
And so I was a little guy, so I was like, I want to be tall. Every guy wants to be tall. And so I wouldn't. And then, I found out that it wasn't all the way good for you and so forth. And so I just never drank it. Now I'm 62 years wise, and I now drink coffee because they have a healthy coffee that helps you with weight management. I said a healthy coffee. It's mushrooms. It's good for your mental clarity. It has maca for your mental clarity. It has green tea for your brain function. But this right here, like I had a chiropractor friend. I know he's in the health, and I called him. I said, hey, I know you drink a healthy coffee, right? I said, how much you paying? He said, $84 a month. I So what if I can show you how for $27 for a 30-day supply, you can get a healthy 100% organic coffee with a 90-day empty bottle, 100%. He said, Doc, what's the website? Right. Goodhealth.com. But anyway, so I said, and if you're a member, it's only $17. Again, this guy called me back and he said, Doc, oh my goodness, thank you. He says, matter of fact, several of my patients are coffee drinkers. I've been trying to get them to get my healthy coffee, but $84 a month, they just couldn't afford it. He said, but if they join and get a membership like I did, they can get this for $17 and they don't have to order every month. They can order what they, and so, but some people, again, they just love their coffee. They can't live without their coffee. So I was like, if that's the case, why don't make sure it's something that's healthy for you, right? So they do have that option, my friend. But again, just go to the website, click on, that's why, again, the free tour is so important, because you can look at what these things and it'll tell you what it's good for, what they suggest and so forth. And that way you're making the best choice for you and your situation.
So to be a member, what does it cost?
All right, to be a member, again, it's $49 altogether. Well, let me back up. They got it broken down two ways. You could be just a member for $9.95 or 99 cents per month. That's being just a member. And you can do that. And now you get the products. And the difference of being a member is you get those different benefits. So retail, like for instance, the coffee I was showing you, that's one price. Like the coffee as a member, retail is $27. If you pay just $9 to be a member, $9.95, you can now get it for $17. But now if you're like Beverly and myself, and like you, if you and you want to actually be able to make a few extra dollars by, you know, if you want to refer somebody, then you could pay the one-time $40 affiliate fee. So to get started, then you could get started just $9 as a member, or $49. So $40 for the affiliate and then $9 membership, and it's going to be just $9 a month.
Wow, that's easy.
So 3 ways to join. One, just get it retail. It don't cost you anything other than what you buy, right? But the price is a little bit higher, but it still is like 50% cheaper than anywhere else. So as a member now, you're going to get up to 85% savings. But then so that's $9 a month as an affiliate. And again, all this is explained on the website. But then as an affiliate now, you pay just $40 one time. And now you can be like me, like yesterday, you know, anyway, I just say I'm making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars helping people to get healthier. I was always helping people to get healthy. I did one guy said, you're the only evangelist, man. You came to our church, you preached, people got saved and so forth. And then you taught this thing on health. And you had people going out buying juicers and drinking water and exercising. He said, you're like the full scope guy. Well, guess what? When they bought those juicers, I didn't make any money from that. When they went and did well, now I got a way of saying, look, I got something that's tested, proven, you can order. And so it creates a win-win-win. They win, I win, the company wins because the company wants to help people. I want to empower people. And my wife said, baby, you can't just keep doing all that missionary stuff. So, so this
That's
way
excellent.
is like my wife, I call her my ABCD, adorable brown caramel delight. We say if it's not win-win-win, we're not in. But when it's win-win-win, we're all the way in. So we're all the way in. Why? Because you get the freedom just by retail, get as a member, just $9, or as an affiliate where you pay the 40 plus the 9 for. And by the way, for people like me, they got a yearly membership you can save 20% on. So I just did that and it's taken care of for the whole year. I just order when I want. I made an order yesterday of $150, but it shows my savings was $120. So this literally, the person saves the second they have a membership if they're going to ever order anything.
Well, let me say this, Dr. Breakthrough, you've sold me today. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want you to be sold, not for the benefit of livegoodhealth.com and Bev Richardson and Dr. Breakthrough alone, but for you. The Bible says, beloved, I would that you would be in health and be in good health, even as thy soul prospers. So as Dr. Breakthrough said, it's a holistic kind of thing. Bev, do you have any final thoughts?
Yes, just to, I'm a firm believer of good health, and sometimes I wasn't. And as I've gotten more mature, I learned that it's worth gold to have great health. The other thing, talking about John 10:10, he came that you might have life and that you might have that life more abundantly. A broken down body is not an abundant life. Because
Amen.
at the end of the day, we want to have a better life. We want to be on top of our health and on top of our wealth, if we are to be honest. But thank you so much for the opportunity to be on the show. And thank you, Dr. Harris, for coming on and being the firecracker that we need.